We got the phones. Hopefully by this point, everybody went and watched the S23 Ultra unboxing surprise, which is basically a Hollywood film as far as basically it's nominated for Golden Globe as far as I can tell. Will posted the link to our video in the description of this broadcast, of this video, as well as in the live chat at the moment. I know a lot of you guys already went over there and watched it. If you haven't yet, please head over and watch. A lot of people put some work over there, and leave a comment so that we can discover that you came from this broadcast to go watch that one. You can say CNN Ultra if you want. You can say Lou later. You can say Lou later if you want. It's completely up to you. Anyway, on the desk right now, I have the new device. The one
look at that.
Currently in my possession isn't it wonderful how that works? It's like magic, isn't it? How this cooking show operates. So this is the new green color of the S23 Ultra. And I can, I'm just examining the matte finish on the sides, the blockiness everywhere else. It does not feel enormous for a device of this scale. Like, it kind of curves in such a fashion to make it feel a little bit smaller than it actually is. But it is a big phone. What is it? 6.8 inches. Extremely bright. It will allow you, of course, to manually go to your 1750 nits without input from any external source like sunlight or something like that. Go ahead.
How's the S Pen?
Yeah, we got the S Pen in there. Are they still calling it that officially? They're not giving that up. You can do text, written to text. So you can do, what do they call that? Like sketch to text, or they got special terminology for that. But anywhere you have a text-based input where you would normally type on your keyboard, you can just go ahead and write in there. And it would do the text conversion for Google search, for notes, for whatever you might want to use. And it's always charged up, and it has a nice little silo, a nice little home to head into. I'm excited about the big battery, 5,000 milliamp hour. That's something that I feel like gives me a sense of calm, gives me less anxiety going around with a smaller battery. Of course, we have the later cases as well for the new devices, which are actually shipping. Like, they're in stock, which shout out to the later case team for stepping the game up on that front. It's pretty impressive stuff, because sometimes, production and so forth, well, certainly for the last couple of years has been difficult, but you can actually order this and get this right away. So it's ready to go with your new phone, and that thing just clips on. And when you're dealing with a bigger phone as well, to begin with, you want as slender and lightweight as possible for the case. So that is the target. And some people were asking, okay, so why is the bottom cut out like that? They were thinking, you can cover over it. Well, you really can't, because what ends up happening, especially with bigger phones, you rest it on your pinky. And the only reason I'm going into this, a lot of people have asked questions about this, and it'll bite in. It'll kind of cut your pinky finger a little bit. Any manufacturer that tries to wrap around that bottom with an ultra thin case, it's been an issue that I run into. So that's why with the design of this, it's important to test it out and ensure that there's no pokiness, so you get the smoothness of the bottom of the phone when you rest it in this fashion. So that's a consideration. Actually, even when you're in landscape and holding it on the other side. Yes, the cameras, preliminary camera tests. Obviously, I've had this for an extremely short period of time, but preliminary camera tests look promising. Stabilization looks bananas on here. I know that in their video presentation, they talked a lot about camera stuff, as you would in 2023. It seems to be the differentiating characteristic. And in fact, it is the differentiating characteristic when you talk about spending the extra money on the Ultra. But obviously, you've also got an extremely powerful phone with the latest Snapdragon. It can do anything you want it to do. Beautiful display to look at as well. So this is the green color. In the video, towards the end, we do show off every single color that I handle, including the new kind of cream white color, the phantom black color, obviously. And what was the other one? I'm missing one.
Lavender.
And of course, the lavender. How could I forget the lavender? But if you order via their website, then you unlock some other bespoke color options as well.
Right here.
Including what looks like red with a black frame or blue with a silver frame. And then there's like a limeish green. So you can get crazy with it. Actually, go ahead and click the pre-order button and let's see what happens here, Will. If we can actually customize our very own S23 Ultra. So you're going to select your device, and then you select your storage. Will currently has the 512 gig storage model pre-selected, which is actually the middle model for the S23 Ultra. And in Canadian funds, that's $1,649.
Deadly.
Big time for a smartphone in 2023. There is another model below that, 256 storage, 8 gigs, but you're already getting the Ultra. That's the trouble with it, isn't it?
I don't think I can select it, can I?
You can't even select it.
Oh,
no, they're like, get out of here, bud. Now, what happens if he goes up to the 1 terabyte, 12 gigabyte RAM model, 2209 Canadian funds? Big time. So that's a maximum spec. And here is the online exclusive option for configuring your color.
This is nice.
By default, it's green, it's phantom black, it's lavender, and cream. I have the green here, which I do like and would recommend. But if you want an online exclusive color via Samsung's website, you then unlock graphite, showcased here, sky blue with the silver frame. Look at the silver button accent on the S Pen there as well. See, mine is not green. Oh, that's interesting. So it's not color combo on mine. It's a color combo to the exterior frame as opposed to the backing color of the device. So in this case, it's that bright silver contrast. You've also got lime, and that keeps the frame the same color, but the back plate becomes lime. And then there's also red, which what's cool about the red one is that the frame turns into black. So you get the red-black motif. I think some people would like that. Here's the problem. The online exclusive stuff doesn't start shipping until February 8th. I don't know if that matters to you. I mean, you're going to have this thing for a long time if you really want one, but you're not going to get any type of promo associated, or it will be a different type of promo than maybe if you purchase from somewhere other than Samsung's website, although they are highlighting some of their trade-in stuff. You can get 512 for the same, just scroll up, Will, 512 for the same price as 256. That's why they're not letting you select 256. They're saying you're getting an upgrade for free, I guess, $240 value. And then you get a free Samsung Care Plus, which is a $229 value if you spend $2,200 on the 1 terabyte, 12 gigs of RAM unit. So anyway, there are a couple of promos. I don't know if they're spicy enough for everybody. Like some people might have been hoping for more considering the kind of global economic state, but there's always going to be people that just want the best of the best and they just keep this one upgraded. Do I think you are suffering extensively as a human being if you're not getting this phone this year? Absolutely not. Like if you're on an S22 Ultra, is this going to knock your socks off and change your life? No. But some people just want to have the latest thing, and everyone spends their money differently. Some people might want to leave tips on the DoorDash, and that's how it goes for them. And other people might do things a bit differently. And if that's the case and you're enthusiastic about these things, then this is going to be a challenger for the best of the best. Now, there were other devices that were talked about and mentioned. We have 2 of the laptops remaining here. Unfortunately, not the Ultra one, which was in our official video. That one had to leave. But we have the Pro, and we also have their 360 design, which is probably the more intriguing one to me. This is the thin and light 14-inch Pro version of their Galaxy Book, and then this is the tent mode capable, completely convertible 360 model. Look at that, which actually is kind of interesting for such a big form factor. Like that creates a huge tablet when this thing is opened up in this configuration. So that's a 16-inch display, vibrant too, and maybe thin enough to use in this fashion, possibly for drawing if you prop it up in a certain way. Guy like you will.
Yeah,
but then never mind just presentations and your typical daily corporate stuff, also possibly on the airplane, tray table in the tent mode, keeping things cool, or with a mouse and keyboard in front if you want to do a little gaming or something. However, if you are into gaming, then you're probably looking at the Book Ultra, which starts with an RTX 4050, configurable with an RTX 4070. But of course, you're going to have a price tag to match. You start saying those three letters together in order. If you say R, then T, then X, then you pay for it, as you're well aware. As far as purchasing that, at least on Samsung.com/CA, it still says coming soon for Willy Do. So you may have to wait on that. And in the meantime, you may have to deal with your Ultra phone while you wait for your Ultra Book 3. Yeah. So anyways, you guys let me know either in the chat or in the comments of this video at a later point once this recording has stopped, which model you would select out of the bunch. There's a lot to choose from. Obviously, you have the 3 designations, and then you have the different configurations as you search for a value point. And then also what you compare these to in general. Like, obviously, it's going up against the Pixel. Obviously, it's going up against the iPhone. You have to wait a while for the one-to-one comparison since it comes early in the year, the Samsung products. Maybe you're waiting for Samsung's next foldable, or maybe you're completely against foldables and you're like pen input. This is like one of the few places I can still get it in 2023 if that's important to you. So curious to know what you guys think.